A CNN poll, no less, saying that MAGA is still alive and well despite socialism's rise. Interesting stuff. Let's welcome podcast host Ben Ferguson. Ben, great to see you. President Trump's approval among his own party, the approval remains at 87%, as we see there from CNN, 10% higher than Obama and Bush. I mean, it appears that the base remains solid, right?
Yeah. Look, I think this goes back to two things here. One, the liberal media does not have the impact that they thought they were going to have on trying to take down Trump in his second term. Look at how they've been trying to hammer him on the economy recently, even though the data is showing that there are some significant improvements. Look at the costs of what it costs for Thanksgiving meal. It's down 5% from last year. Look at gas prices right now, where they are. The American people that voted for Donald Trump trust Donald Trump explicitly. They also don't trust the media, who keeps telling them something that they believe is a lie. And that's been the secret ingredient, I think, for a long time for Democrats to undermine conservatives. And so I think what you're witnessing here is the American people are saying, I trust the leader, I trust the process, I trust that he cares about me and is going to defend and protect me. He's supporting American job growth. I trust him on the tariffs. I trust him on national security. I trust him on immigration reform. I trust him on deportations. When you're at 87% with all of the bad press the media's thrown at you from over the last 6 months, and you didn't lose 1% of support within Republican voters, it tells you they know you well and they believe in what you're doing as the president. Job well done for Donald Trump, but also for the voters paying attention to what's actually happening.
And with that said, Ben, top Democrat strategist James Carville had this to say about his own party. Listen to this.
What I'm urging the Democratic Party to do is move toward the cultural center and move toward the economic aggressiveness. I call it, maybe you want to call it the economic left. Not crazy about these kind of terms, but we got to do something. We need to quit fighting the culture wars and start fighting the economic wars and start siding on the side of families, start siding on the side of people that are trying to make it, and stop siding with people that already have it made.
So, Ben, I guess the question is, can the East and West Coast liberal elites actually forge a connection with Middle America?
Yeah, good luck with that. It's not going to happen, and it's because the Democratic Party has not policed their own. They're run now by socialists, communists, and Marxists. The Democratic Party is dead, and as long as you have these types of leaders, you go back to the one you were talking about in Tennessee a moment ago, she literally said she hated her own place that she represented, said she hated it, and she wants to go to Congress. So I'm sorry, the Democratic Party is disappeared from reality. They are socialists, Marxists, and communists running this country. They hate America. They hate what it's made of. And that's it. Well,
we'll leave it on that note, Ben Ferguson. Ben, great to have you here on the show, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Coming up.